Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about chapter 10. That is motion and measurement of distances. So, we had already discussed about this chapter in the previous lectures, but still today we will revise this chapter in this video lecture. So let's begin. In this chapter we have to understand about the story of transport. Like in our normal day we use several type of vehicles to move from one place to another place. If we need to go to a place which is close to our house, we use our foot to walk. To cover a little longer distance, we use bicycle. If the distance is a little more, we use motorbike. If the distance is more, then we use four-wheeler, buses or train also. If not, then also we use aeroplanes. And to cover distance from one planet to other planet, we use spacecraft or spaceship nowadays. So in this way, to cover different amount of distance, we have to use different type of transport. But the condition of transport system or the condition of transport is not the same as it is today. In the dawn of civilization, at the dawn of civilization, people or we humans don't know about transport system properly. So what we do, normally we walk and carry things on our back or head. Like nowadays you also observe in remote village areas. Gradually we come to know, or we start understanding about the different things. Like when we put a log of wood on the ground and push it, then it starts rolling. So invention of wheel will occur. In the field of water transport, first of all, what we do, we take a big log of wood and somehow make we remove some part of it and make a whole type of thing inside of the log of wood, and we use it as a boat to carry small distances in water body. So this way gradually the development of transport system starts. The invention of wheel help us to invent more and better transport system. So gradually in the year 1900, invention of steam engine, invention of aeroplanes, and then comes the spaceship, help us to travel very well. Now to use this system of transport, we have to understand that how much distance we have to cover. So to understand the theory of distance and to use the different type of transport, we must have to measure, or we must have an idea of the distance we have to cover. So now the need of measurement of distances between two places arise. Then we start thinking, how do we measure? In the ancient world, people use different types of things to measure distances. Normally they use footsteps to measure a piece of land. They use hand span to measure small distances. They use cubit, that is distance between elbow to the fingertip, this much area they use to measure small distances. From chin to the fingertip this much they measure the cloths. Like nowadays you also go in the tailor shop, so you will see that how they are measuring this cloth. So in this way different type or different ideas they use to measure things. Nowadays in remote areas we also observe this type of things. but gradually they understand that from this way they will not get the accurate measurement. So they start thinking of something which gives them accurate and standard measurement. In the year 1790, the French people sit together and they form a set of units called metric system for measurement. So what they do, they measure an unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity. They measure an unknown quantity with a measured fixed quantity, or you can say with a fixed known fixed quantity. Unknown quantity with a known fixed quantity, and this known fixed quantity is called unit, and the whole thing is called measurement. Suppose if we use this hand span to measure the length of desk, then suppose 10 hand span, so 10 becomes the measurement and hand span becomes the unit. So after the year 1790, people will able to understand that the importance of a standard set of units for measurement, and they form the metric system. Gradually, after a few years, scientists from all over the country sit together and they form a system called International System of Units, or SI unit. Under this unit, to measure length, the standard unit they fixed is meter. So meter is the standard unit to measure the length. To measure a small length, they break this meter into 100 parts, so becomes 100 meter equal to 1 centimeter. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. Means they break this meter into 100 parts. Then this 1 centimeter they break into 10 parts and becomes a millimeter to measure the small distances. To measure the large distances, they use the unit kilometer. 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. So this way, these units help them to measure different distances, small and large distances. To measure large distances, they have more bigger units like light year and parsec, which you will study in higher classes. Now, after getting all these things, they thought that how to measure things properly with the help of equipment. So suppose we have a scale and we have to measure a small piece of box. So what we will do, we use the scale properly from the edge of the box, set it properly in a straight way so that we get the accurate measurement. The next thing is we have to understand the scale is broken at the corners or not. If the scale is broken at the corners, then we don't use these corners to measure the distance. And the next thing, when we are measuring a distance with the help of a scale, our eye should be we have to look very carefully at the point of measurement. So these are the 3 steps we have to take care when we measure anything with the help of a scale. The next thing is, how can we measure a curved line with the help of a string? So first of all, we tie knots at the end of the string and put one knot at one end of the curved line, and then start placing the thread along the curved line. After placing the thread till the end of the curved line, we take the measurement with the help of a scale, and then we get the proper measurement. So this is the some topics of chapter 10, that is story of transport system and measurement. I hope you all are able to understand this topic. Any problem, ask me class. Have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you.